Hi Aries, welcome to your June 2021 monthly messages from Spirit reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. My intentions for this reading, Aries, is to channel and provide messages from Spirit for you for the month of June. I'm going to ask if there's anything you need to be aware of, anything you need to know, to watch out for perhaps, or even to celebrate. And this could tap into any area of your life, your love, finances, career, spiritual evolution, whatever Spirit wants to be brought forward, it will be said. Now, if you have any specific members of your spiritual team you like to invite, your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, even any past and loved ones that you would like to invite into this space, you're welcome to do so at this time. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aries. This will not resonate with every Aries that watches this message, and if this message is not for you, I suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Alright Aries, to start off this reading, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from this deck that represents a keeper of the light in the universe, an ascended master, also known as, and see what message that they have for you for the month of June. So, Spirit, what does Aries need to know for the month of June? Mother Mary, love and peace. Capricorn got this card, so some of you could have Capricorn in your chart. If so, go ahead and check out the Capricorn reading to see if there's messages for you there. And it says, let go of the need to be right, choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Okay, so Aries, I feel for the first time you're giving up the fight, and not a fight that you, of course, it's like a fight for your dreams, a fight for your loved ones, a fight for your goals, but it's just you're no longer putting your time and energy and efforts into someone, something that isn't going to value you, that isn't going to respect you. And instead of holding on to the resentment from that, you're letting it go with peace. You know your worth, you know your value, you know that you're loved. Or maybe some of you just need to hear that right now. You are loved. Despite what anyone hasn't given to you, shown you, they aren't worthy of your love. This feels like you're healing from a toxic relationship. This could be family members, as Mother indicates, but I also feel this is kind of romantic. You're finally giving up the fight for someone who isn't fighting for you. And it was hard to really come to terms with this up until now. But Aries, I want to say it truly is a blessing in disguise that this didn't happen, that this didn't work out. What is meant for you shall be. That is a truth that we know universally. But for now, you're okay with not putting the effort into someone or something that isn't showing a reward, isn't showing appreciation, isn't showing value. And for a while, I almost feel like you brought that onto yourself, and then you kind of snapped out of it, like, no. And that's the beautiful thing I really do love about Aries. And even if it's not every single Aries out there, Aries knows themselves. Period. Aries knows what they offer, what they want, what is worthy of them. And they don't let anything or anyone step all over them. They're not a doormat for anyone. And maybe Aries, you feel a little played, you feel a little betrayed, but I think, again, you're not holding it in resentment anymore. You're accepting that this didn't happen, this didn't unfold, and I'm okay with that. I'm actually hearing the Whitney Houston song. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm going to make it anyway. And you're coming to peace with that. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. give and receive and balance. Yeah, so Aries, there is someone, this feels relationship, okay? So again, romance, platonic, family member, friend, coworker, whoever this was in your life was not giving and receiving in balance. Wasn't giving to you what you deserved. You weren't receiving anything from them. And for a lot of people, they would go into this, and maybe you did briefly, into this, confusion of doubt of within themselves. Like, why wasn't I good enough? But you're a gift, Aries. And I feel with this person, you were compassionate, you were loving, you were generous, you were kind. But you also realize that up until this point, they didn't show any of that in return. They didn't show appreciation, gratitude. So, you're taking that power back. You're taking that love back and you're giving it to yourself. And you need to know, Aries, if you do feel like you were, with this person specifically, if you were taken advantage of, if you were being played or whatever, regardless of how they treated you, you are a gift to this world. I do feel some of you are in service jobs, whether that's teaching, social work, enlightenment, light work, healing. And if this person didn't recognize your value, so many others do. Truly, your impact is greatly felt and you bring a loving, kind, healing energy into this world. So Aries, again, you're not going to fight for this anymore. You're not going to fight for people and things that aren't fighting for you. And you're accepting that and moving forward. And instead of that, causing a blockage in your heart chakra, it's actually led to the opening of your heart chakra. You're tapping into a feminine energy that is nourishing yourself. And once that kind of heals and once that's finally at peace with it, that you are making with yourself in June, that's when everything's going to blossom. That's when everything's going to move forward. Maybe this person will come back missing you, wanting you, but I think you're in different alignment with them. And if they did teach you a lesson, it was how valuable you truly are. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some more cards. What does Aries need to know for the month of June? Ooh. Okie dokie. Sorry, Aries. Okay, so it says forgiveness. Wow. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Exactly what I said. And more importantly, Aries, sure, you're forgiving this person for not being open to your love, not receiving your love, not understanding your value, but ultimately you're forgiving yourself too. You're forgiving yourself for, what you felt like was wasted time, wasted effort. You're just forgiving this whole situation that you feel wasn't right, wasn't just on your end. But the power of forgiveness, Aries, is that it's not accepting people's behaviors, it's not accepting people's choices, but you're not choosing to let the effect of that be held hostage in your energy. Because what that does is that it manifests more instances, more people who are like that, karmic cycles that keep on returning into our life because we're unwilling to accept and unwilling to let go, unwilling to forgive what has been happened to us, so almost as if we're held in hostage. But if I know Aries, you refuse to be held hostage to anything or anyone. So instead, again, of just needing to be right, needing to prove yourself to be right to this person, this situation, it could just even be, like I feel for some of you, a work situation that you were undervalued, underappreciated. You're leaving gracefully the situation. You're rising above. And you're choosing a different choice to just let it be. Let it go. I learned my lesson and I'm moving on. I forgive those that hurt me for not knowing better, but I'm not going to hold on to that fear and anger anymore. June, maybe you've been holding it up to this point, and June is where you finally decide it's been long enough. Yeah, bottom of the deck, change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. You're deciding to bring this change into your life. By forgiving, by having love, by holding peace, by rising above. That's what's creating the change now to move forward in a new direction, a new path. Gemini had this card very strongly in their reading, so some of you could have Gemini in your chart. If so, check out the Gemini reading to see if there's messages for you there. A lot of orange, sacral chakra activation. I'm hearing you, by letting go of certain things that don't serve you, you are creating the desire and passion to want to bring about new. So you're clearing space. You're clearing space within yourself, in your psyche, in your heart, in your sacral, to want more. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. Some of you could be wearing orange, or orange is someone's favorite color, perhaps. What does Aries need to know about this situation in June? About anything in June? Their highest and greatest good. Communication. With number 14, the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through the heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. And then at the bottom of the deck, dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Yeah, you know, I'm almost hearing like, let bygones be bygones even. And Aries, maybe someone will be asking for your forgiveness as well. And it's because you did decide to let go of it completely to move on forward. And even if this is something you don't want to accept back into your life, maybe you will just accept their apology and move forward from then. And maybe some of you are expecting to hear an apology that you will get. And even if you don't get it, it doesn't really matter at this point anymore to you. I mean, yeah, it's always nice to hear it, but some people's egos just refuse to let them admit that they did something wrong, and that's just something they have to work on in their own terms. With this communication card, Aries, I feel, again, certain things, different messages. For a few of you, people didn't communicate what you meant to them. People didn't communicate their appreciation for you. People didn't communicate what you needed to hear for you to stay happy in a relationship, in a situation at work, whatever this, it feels strongly relationships, but it really can be anything, right? As this is general. And maybe now you're just deciding to have this final talk with someone. Maybe you're thinking of breaking up with someone or just ending a friendship with someone. And I feel the way you need to approach it, Aries, and again, this is just my 2 cents. This is just what I'm feeling. Your life is yours. You have your own decisions based off your own experiences. But you're going to win a lot more bees with honey than vinegar. And not that you need this, you don't need this person's validation anymore. But if you really want to fully let this go, I think you're just going to have this communication, this conversation that, you know, you weren't there for me. When I needed you, I didn't receive what I needed to receive. And I was expecting that from you, and I felt empty-handed. I may not understand why, but I'm just moving on, and I hope that, you know, kind of like that energy of that lyric in I Will Always Love You, that's like, how does it go? Something along the lines of, I guess, I hope life treats you kind, I hope you do well, I don't wish bad upon you, but this, for my own sake, for my own purpose, I need to end this. This is kind of like a delayed breakup or something you've been wanting to do but haven't done it for some. Others of you, you know, Aries, if you felt like you didn't get that recognition, that appreciation at work, in relationships, once you pull back and once you decide, you know what, fine, I'll just leave it as it is, I'll continue doing me, you're going to then see people come and say, thank you, Aries, for all that you do, or, you know, I love you, Aries, I love having you in my life. Open communication from things people weren't able to say to you before is going to be open and said. You know, sometimes when Mercury goes in retrograde, yeah, we have those instances of miscommunication, delayed responses, lost in translation type of things. But I think with this, the feeling I'm getting from this communication card is unfinished business that was never said. And I even feel, Aries, for some of you, maybe this is the month where you get closure from someone you never thought or expected you were going to get closure from before. And it's going to be like you haven't heard from them in months, years, and all of a sudden they confess these feelings they've had for you, or they never stopped thinking about you. And you're just going to get closure from that, knowing that, you know, I knew it, first of all, but I knew I meant more to you than what you were showing to me. And maybe I do feel the same, maybe I don't, but that gives me closure in some way. And now I can fully move on. But really, I think you're going to feel a lot more love in this month. Aries, whether that is romantic, platonic, you're going to receive the appreciation and the knowing how special you really are in people's lives. That for their own reasons, they didn't communicate before. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot. What does Aries need to know? Four of Pentacles. Capricorn energy. So yeah, with this Four of Pentacles here, for a while, yeah, I just feel up until this point you were fighting, you were holding on, you were resisting, you know, you wanted to hear them say it, and then it's like the second you just let it all go, it's when it comes in. But for a while, you were angry about it, as you should be if you were treated unfairly, if you felt like something was unjust. But again, Aries, you're not holding on to it anymore. You're letting it go. What else? But also with this Four of Pentacles under love and peace, again, hold on to the energy. If you feel like you overextend yourself, you don't need to anymore. You don't need to overgive, overshare. It's okay to be discerning. And it's okay to only give to those that will give back to you in a certain way, in a certain vibration. And you're protecting yourself more because of that for some of you. What does Aries need to know for the month of June? Four of Cups. Wow. Yeah, Cancer energy coming through here. So 4-4 so far. You could be seeing 44, 444. Your birthday could be April 14th, April 4th, maybe even March 24th. But yeah, forgiveness for what people couldn't give to you when you needed it the most, what you were unsatisfied with, when you really thought and wanted them to come through for you, even after all the times you were there for them and just didn't receive the same energy. You felt like you were left hanging. You felt like you were just given the bad end of the stick. You know, I do feel with these wings and that cup over there, there is angelic energy around you. It could be guardian angels. It could be passed down loved ones. And I don't know why I'm hearing, like if this is a passed down loved one, they used to have a scarf all the time, wear a scarf all the time. I don't know. That may be a specific message for someone out there. But they're letting you know, Aries, that you can create that love and forgiveness for yourself. You don't need it from others. It's nice, but, you know, essentially you give yourself your own power. No one can give that to you. You give yourself your own love. No one could give that to you. And by fully, you know, accepting that fourth cup you were unhappy with the cups people gave, but now there's a new energy coming in of being at peace with that. And others of you, again, like, just when you thought no one cared, just when you thought no one recognized, there is an opportunity of someone coming in, appreciating, sending their love your way. And if you are in the service of healing, care, light work, teaching, whatever it does that uplifts humanity, I do feel you're going to get like a letter of recognition or an email from a client or a parent, if you're a teacher in some way, really, really telling you how much of an impact you made in their life, a friend maybe. And that's going to remind you that you are that gift, that special gift to the world. Even if some can't recognize that and you haven't felt that, you know it, and that's all that matters. And then 5 of Swords, wow, yeah, under communication. With the bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups, Pisces energy, Aquarius energy coming through here. So, yeah. With the 5 of Swords under communication, again, what wasn't said, what people held out of pride, what people held out of ego is going to be open. And I feel at first, Aries, you may have a defensiveness towards it, but once you really hear them out and what they want to say, it is going to heal something within you. Now, again, it's up to you if you want to accept them, accept their apology, accept their return. But ultimately, again, with this 8 of Cups, you're just ready to move on, move forward. Like I said in the beginning, like bygones be bygones. You want more for yourself. You want more for your happiness. And it is coming to you. And I feel something around the full moon in June. I forget what date that is. If you know it, post it in the comments. Something is manifesting for you by focusing on your intention to move forward and move on. It could be this message of love or this reminder of how special you truly are. That's coming forward in the 3D. The 5D, your spirit team already knows this. And deep, deep down, you truly already do too. And this reading may just serve as a reminder that despite what other people think or say or show to you, you really are impactful. You really are a delight, a gift, a love in this world. I feel like you need to have for some of you, you just watch this video or watch TV with a blanket wrapped around you. That's the presence people feel when they're around you, Aries, is this comfort, this love, this joy. But if people aren't appreciating it, they don't deserve that, right? Anyway, to wrap this reading up, we're going to go ahead and pull a card from this Crystal Mandala deck, one of my favorite oracle decks of all time. And it's by Alana Fairchild. I'm going to pull a card from this to see what crystal energy is coming through for you, what Ascended Master, Angel, Being of the Light comes through for you. And I'm going to read a passage because I really do think Alana Fairchild wrote these passages very beautifully with these messages. So let's see, to wrap this reading up. What does Aries need to know? For June, for whatever situation is weighing heavy. What does Aries need to know? There we go. Archangel Remiel and Aragonite, rest. With angel number 444, like I said, that is a synchronicity you may be seeing quite frequently. So let's go ahead and see what Archangel Remiel and Aragonite what message they have for you. Okay. We bring you the gift of rest. We ask you to reflect on what you truly need. Do you need a break for an hour or so now to relax and recharge? Or do you need to change your lifestyle to more regularly include rest so you sustain your vitality, sense of well-being, and creative energy? Do you need rest that is active, that helps you switch off your mind and come out of your head into your body? Do you need rest that is physically still to deeply replenish your energy reserves at a deeper cellular level? Do you need mental rest to let go of worry and stress? Or emotional rest to let you off an emotional roller coaster into some simple acceptance and happiness for a time? Rest can happen in different ways and on different levels. We bring the rest of all types we bring the gift of all types of rest and ask that you choose that which will feel best for you at this time. Yeah. So Aries, again, like, you're done with the fight. You're done with trying to get things out of people that they can't give. You're tired, Aries. And you want to move on. You want to move forward. You don't want to hold on to this any longer. You don't want to deal with this any longer. And if this is not a permanent ending between you and someone else, maybe you just need a break from them to recharge, to reheal. Again, your situations are different. You'll know what's best for you. But give yourself this moment to rest, to reflect, to give yourself that healing, to give yourself that love and that appreciation, because you are needed in this world, Aries. You truly are. And you can't do your work, you can't be that light, that gift to others if you're running on a quarter tank of gas. So give yourself that time to give, even if it's just a day, even if it's hours, even if it's a week, give yourself that rest and that love. And I really do feel once you give yourself that opportunity to fully be comfortable with yourself, to fully let yourself heal, you're going to receive a message or some sort of confirmation that all your work, all your love really is appreciated. Thank you so much, Aries, for joining me for this reading. I hope that this has resonated with you in some way. If it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aries, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.